Hello everyone, we are back.
Hello.
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 So, you are continuing to ponder around inside this mortuary, not really sure what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do now that we know I probably
Yeah.
just fucking King TP'd out of here.
Yeah,
Same.
can I like wander around and see if my detect magic will pick up anything else?
Sure.
Like especially in some of the other rooms, because I don't know how thick these walls are.
Yeah, I'll say from a cursory evaluation, none of the other rooms seem to have an essence of magic in them other than your companions.
Okay.
Can I go back into the main room and just look at the slab the elf was looking at? Because I haven't really
Yeah.
looked in the room itself.
And maybe someone can inspect the top of the slab.
Yeah. Oh god, yes.
Okay.
Woo!
So, as you're sort of taking a look at this V, the way this sort of the blanket has been sort of moved on top of this thing is it looks like the shroud has sort of been replaced on top of the basically like it's one piece of material that folds over, but it's been placed back on the top of the slab. But basically from the way that it's basically been the way that it's been manipulated, it looks like it was done one-handed, almost. Like it's been smoothed down, but it's like sort of like only been done in one direction. And basically, as you're standing, examining the surface of this thing, the elf who's sort of been musing to himself for a few moments, he disappears out of the room and comes back in basically a few months later and says, "So if you folks reckon that he's teleported out of here, he's asking you as like a question."
All right. Well, it's if none of the guards saw him out, and we're picking up some kind of magic. It's the most logical conclusion we've got so far.
He flips open a notebook and begins to sort of like tick off against things that he's got written down.
Well, thinking, like, we should perhaps confirm if it was him or someone else that aided him. Perhaps we should check with the guard who signs people in.
He looks up like from his ticking and says, Until the body was confirmed missing, there's nobody signed in or out, except the medical technicians that brought him in."
I mean, it could be quite possible that whoever got him out teleported in and then teleported out with him.
That raises a lot of questions though about
Then it would have to be
Probably have to-
someone.
who works
And
here.
they
Yeah.
would have to know the inside of the mortuarium.
So then it's
Yeah.
probably more likely that he teleported himself out.
And they would have to be magically skilled.
Because this guy continues to like go through his notebook and says, "None of this makes sense to me. But the only thing I have got in the only thing I've got here in my notes, it might even begin to be a lead, is one of the medical technicians. One of the medical technicians assigned to the mortuary hasn't reported in today.
And no one thought this was suspicious.
Until recently, we didn't think anybody had been, and there was any way that he could have been in.
Hmm.
He would have had to have walked past at least 3 good people who would have seen him. But if you're saying he teleported,
There's definitely something in the air.
Well, it might be worth talking or going to see.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we should probably look for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to find out where this guy lives?
he flips a page in his notebook, opens his mouth, and then goes, I'm gonna need a warrant to find this guy and search his place.
Red tape.
How long is that going to take?
With the state the office is in, could be any length of time.
Well,
Don't
we
have that
barely
much
have
time.
24 hours, so we better figure something out. If you would happen to have an address, we could stop by and ask some questions.
Maybe he's home.
Oh, maybe.
Look, we're being
I'm-
friendly. It's just
I'm not sure he'd even be sticking around.
Yeah, but even if we just searched his house, maybe there could
I
be
was
some
gonna say.
things there.
look.
I mean, if
We
he's
we,
not
we
around,
know
there's
we're
us.
Yeah.
we can't technically search his house yet because we don't have a warrant.
He-
But we can see if he's home.
He looks at you folks and basically says, it's more than my job's worth to even begin to give you information like that.
Look,
The only way to expedite this is to clear it with somebody who's way above my station.
plus,
Um,
I wouldn't imagine he'd be sticking around very long anyway, if he's had to just bail someone out.
Well, I guess we can go talk to that one lady. See if she can help us out.
Speak to who, sorry?
The chief lady. The one who sent us down here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I don't know her name.
Her name is... Well, you don't actually know her name, but the
Oh.
detective referred to her as Enhana.
Hana.
I was thinking, actually, we might be able to pull some string. Do we still have?
He looks at you
Illirin's-
curiously.
I go like Illirin's pet, like
I have it.
Oh, that's true.
Hmm I was
I'm
thinking
not
if
sure if
might
that
be
would help us
fine.
here, but
I mean,
But-
we'd have to take it somewhere else, I think, to get to use it. But
look, at least we can indicate we have some form of sway.
hmm are you asking?
However,
for
we
it
would
now?
need him to point us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, he says, if I've got to go get a warrant filed for this, I've got to head to the government district. I guess there's no harm in you guys tagging along and trying to pull whatever you think it is that you can pull.
Very well.
Sounds like a plan.
they go.
He begins to walk out the door and just says, just so you know, I'm doing you a favor.
Well, if you hadn't lost the body in the first place, we wouldn't.
No,
Sure.
he's
That's
not
not
the one
his
that
fault.
lost the
Yeah,
body.
he's a detective. He doesn't work here. He didn't lose the body.
He only looks for it.
And you're not helping him anyway. You're doing him. He's doing you a favor.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, we did just help him by being like, by the way, someone probably teleported in here.
And we
Yeah,
might
he'd
be able
basically
to help
worked that
him
out
with it
anyway.
as Well,
Yeah.
We confirmed it though.
I mean, we might be able to help him get a
No,
warrant.
I'm talking as him saying that, not as
Oh,
the
fair
DM.
enough.
Oh, there you go.
He'd definitely worked it out.
Hmm.
He's doing you a favor. Got it?
I'm sure he definitely worked it out.
Anyway,
Moving on.
he leads you out, and you guys basically head across town. And I'm going to change the music.
I'm not hearing the music.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh.
There was
Refresh.
Refresh
love
this
it.
bitch.
music. There's still music.
So yeah, you guys cross the market district and head to the government district, where basically you guys are led into basically like an administrative headquarters for sort of like the city guard, which basically at the as you are approach the building, Arya, you notice that basically this place has the wolf's head sigil of Melora basically above it, and it basically says it's got like a building name, but underneath that it basically says headquarters of the Argent Guard, which you know is basically the city watch. And he basically leads you inside and says, I've got a desk basically just over there, and he points off down a corridor. If you reckon you can pull whatever it is that you think you can pull, go ahead and catch up with me afterwards.
Okay.
Right.
Well, now we just have to figure out who to show the thing.
That is the question.
That is the question.
Look for the
Where
most
do we go?
important person.
Where would one go if one requires a warranty?
A warranty.
A warranty.
I'm not
Hi,
with it apparently.
Hi, I lost my body. Can I have a new one?
Yep.
I mean, you need to go. Whoever looks.
It's
like-
only been a year. It's been less than a year since we
It's been
acquired
less
his
than
body.
90 days. I don't have a receipt though. You can have a
Can we get his body?
I mean, you could count the hole in your armor as a receipt, maybe.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
alright, let's
God.
carry on.
Yeah,
The hole has been patched.
it
Oh,
has.
right.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Shit. Damn it.
Oh, we don't have a receipt.
You guys can basically look
Warning,
around.
warning.
And,
I guess first off, like there's like a mark or symbol or something on that thing he gave us, right?
it's a wild hunt insignia, which is basically like the horn stag of Kelariis. But this, now that you look at it, like if you look at it closely, it's not the regular symbol. It's basically changed in some way, and it like basically behind the stag's head is like a pair of it's almost like a bird spreading its wings, but it's not a bird, it's just a symbol.
Hmm.
I don't assume there's anything of the sort, any like as in signs or something with that symbol.
Not in this building, no.
Who looks really important?
Yeah.
Let's go bother them.
Yep.
I mean, that's basically what's coming down
I
to.
feel
But
like we haven't thought this plan through.
We're trying
we
to
ever?
think
We
it
really
through.
never do. So
Yep.
I mean,
We don't have time to sit and think.
I know, but this is our least well thought through plan yet. We just said, "Oh, we have this symbol we haven't used."
let's use it.
It's in my inventory. Anyway.
Yep.
We have people that we need someone to do something for us. We don't know who it is, but we know this symbol can make people do stuff.
I can't solve this problem, so I'm going to click use on every single item. It's like Phoenix Wright. You're just pressing press on every piece of evidence.
Oh god.
Oh,
That doesn't
basically.
work? Okay,
that.
this one. No, that one? No. Huh?
Talking to every single NPC, hoping that
Someone
one
give
of
you a
them.
quest.
Yeah. Give me a quest.
Anyway.
But no, really, let's look for the most important looking
Yeah.
person. I think that's our best bet.
Basically, this is like an administration building, and there are sort of like signs that seem to indicate where the higher ranking officials are. And there basically is one who there is one sign that seems to detail Master of the Guard.
Oh, sweet.
Let's go there.
Sure. You guys follow the signage until you reach a door.
I don't see this ending well.
It's not going to, but we can try.
Mm. Look, I was just thinking, how would the guard be related to the Wild Hunt?
Look,
Uh,
let's just roll with it. We'll try to
Well,
see
it-
if we can convince them normally.
Let's try.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah.
Knock.
Knock on the door. There's the sound of moving of papers, and then somebody says, "Come in."
Alright, I guess we come in.
Okay. A very bemused-looking high elf is sort of like sitting there in, like he's wearing a sort of like a robe, and it's like it has the same sort of like the guard insignia on it, but it's quite clearly like sort of just like it's an office uniform rather than armor. And he says, "Sorry, I wasn't aware that I had any appointments." Who are you?
You don't.
Surprise.
Surprise, bitch. Who wants to take this?
Yes, I can.
You do have the highest
hi.
charisma.
Yeah,
said
I
you
do
do-
have high charisma. Hi. Yeah, it's a little bit of an urgent matter. We are helping with an investigation for the guard, and we need to. What?
For the guard.
Look, man. If you don't want to take it, then go ahead.
God. That.
And we may need to look at someone's home, but we don't have official papers for it yet.
So
Um,
you're looking for authentication for a warrant.
The issue is time is of the essence. So we need it quick. And yeah, going through all the channels will probably, well, waste our opportunity.
He sort of folds his arms, looks mildly irritated, and says, "And why do you think I'm going to treat this any differently than the hundreds of other cases that I need to look through?"
If he's gonna puppy eyes
Oh my lord.
and say, "My friend was shot this morning. There's an assassin loose on the city."
Hey, roll me a persuasion check.
Come on,
man.
man. Come on, dude. Cannot resist this.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
It's in-
He looks at you, sort of being upset, and he's like, "I appreciate how troubling this situation can be, and I really want to assure you that the guard is handling this, but
Well,
I
the guard couldn't even tell alive from dead, and that's the whole reason we're in this, well, predicament.
He's got a point.
I mean, accurate though.
the guard has proven to be, well, not suited for this specific case.
He looks
No.
a little bit irked at that,
Grim.
and
Look, dude.
he says,
Look,
"I can understand your frustrations, but there is policy that I have to follow unless."
Well-
Basically, unless the council tells me otherwise, then I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. Like, it's beyond my power. I have to follow the rules.
perhaps we have something that could possibly help, but you might have to point us in the right direction. What the thing?
You want the insignia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I pull it out and hand it over to Grim to.
No,
Just
you
give
could
it to-
just
Oh, do you
to
want me to just-
display it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just-
Well, I'll show him the.
Okay. He examines the insignia and sort of says, "I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean, but
Hmm. I guess we're gonna have to look higher up then.
You've shown this in the wrong place.
Look.
But it was worth a shot.
Like we might as well.
Who would we need to speak to get this cleared then?
he takes another look at the thing and says, well, from the look of the insignia on this, you're going to want to start with the Regent Spire."
Very well.
Okay.
Would there be anyone that could grant us that warrant in the Regent Spire?
I mean, a written letter from somebody of import in the Regent Spire would certainly go a long way to expediting this.
Okay.
Those of you who were, well, no, actually, all of you remember that the Regent Spire is the spire in the government district that is the single tallest spire. It's the one that basically houses the council, basically.
All right.
I guess we'll head off to there then.
Yeah. He watches you leave, still kind of
Hi,
irritated that
asshole.
you barged in on him.
To be fair, we did
insulted
knock.
his guards.
Yeah, but you just walked upstairs and went into his office without an appointment.
Look, we don't have time, and
And then
we're going to be
insulted his
gone by the
guard.
time that he's pissed off. So
Look, man, if he doesn't understand administration, Dryas didn't have administration. She doesn't get why they need a piece of paper, but whatever.
I mean, you have three people who hate bureaucracy, one who sees the necessity of it, and one who loves it.
yeah. Well, I guess we're off to the Regent Spire.
Yep, you guys travel briskly to the Regent Spire. And basically, like, as you arrive, roll me perception checks.
Oh God.
Please save.
Oh yay.
Who's Edward?
I forgot that I refreshed, and therefore I'm not Vondal anymore.
He's very perceptive.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not normally.
Unlike the actual Edward.
Wow.
He didn't even notice that he wasn't fucking character anymore. Anyway. V and Vondal, as you approach the Regent Spire, you notice that the entryway to the Regent Spire is basically... The entryway to the Regent Spire consists of 3 arches, and above each of the 3 arches is an insignia. One of which looks familiar. It looks like the insignia of basically a winged bird, but it's not a bird, it's just an insignia.
Go there then.
Cool. Looks
Let's
like we
point-
need speaker then.
let's point
Ro-
that out
roll,
to the rest
roll,
of the
the two of you roll me history checks.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Big bada boom!
Okay.
Haha!
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You guys recognize these basically as... Vondal from your education and V from the stories you're being told. You know that basically the three elven exarchs, the ones who govern the three divisions of the elven race. Basically each exarch has their own insignia, and it probably isn't a huge guess that this is one of the exarch's insignias.
Wow, that is very high up in Elven society then. Fucking hell, man.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you're standing in front of the doorway. I assume you go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically there's a front desk, and they say, "What do?"
What you
What
do?
do?
What do?
What do? What do?
That's
we do?
very informal. Not what I was expecting.
How can we help you?
Thank you.
That's what we're like.
I don't know. Who wants to take this?
I'll just go for it again.
Kelariis can do it. She has the insignia.
I mean, yeah, Kelariis
Oh,
has the
that's,
insignia.
that's
so
true. That's nice.
you were given it. It was your favor to use.
That is true. Okay. We didn't get a specific name for somebody we were looking for, correct? We were just told to come here. Okay. We're looking for somebody to speak to that would be able to grant us a warrant for searching a house in the city. And I guess I'll pull out the insignia here and just kind of be like, I don't really know how to like. What do you do with an insignia? Do you just like show it to people and be like,
Well,
"Hey, look at this"?
You say,
How do you explain that?
"I was told this might help."
Okay, yeah. So I was told this might be able to assist us.
The clerk looks at it, looks a little perplexed, and says, "I'll have to go and ask. May I take it with me?"
Sure.
Okay. They take it off you and disappear. It takes us quite a while.
Hmm.
Maybe about 5 minutes or so, before the clerk comes back, looking almost a little bit concerned, and says, "Would you mind waiting in the side chamber?"
50 Elven guards come in and go, "Where did you get this?"
What the fuck you have this tape for? I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Well, I guess we go to the side chamber.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
you guys walk into the side chamber. You're left in the side chamber for maybe 5 minutes more, at which point a man in a bureaucrat's robe comes in, flanked by 2 storm guard,
Oh god.
Rolled it.
Oh jeez.
who basically says, "Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I will have to ask you to accompany me. Exarch Ifelkir would like a word."
The fuck? That sounds like an important name.
That sounds.
Well,
I mean,
the title
creme de la
Exarch
creme.
is very important.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I
We
mean,
should've- guys,
the-
maybe we should have had a plan.
there are 3 Exarchs, one of whom is the member of the ruling elite. one of the three Exarchs are basically the ruling elite. They are the ultimate administrator for the High Moon and Wood Elf species. They are their representatives to the council.
All right.
And Exarch Falkir would like a word.
This is the plan, Cav. Deal with it.
It's
fine.
terrible.
That's fine.
Look, Illiran could have been a little bit more suspicious when he gave us this thing.
Suspicious or specific?
Specific.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
He was very suspicious when he gave it to you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm foreign.
He was just like, it will help.
Foreign.
Apparently,
Yeah.
It's not really helping. It's kind of just
I
put
mean,
us in a more awkward
He
situation.
did tell you to use it in emergencies.
This is an emergency.
Wow.
But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically you guys are escorted up like a whole bunch of flight of stairs until basically you reach a tiny cubicle. At which point the bureaucratic official says, "Step in here, please."
Okay.
Yeah.
You will file into the small cubicle.
Yes.
Cozy.
The doors close.
Oh boy.
You guys feel a faint, like, movement, and then you get the strange feeling of ascending.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
I'm
We're
so
in
scared.
an elevator.
Yeah, it's an elevator.
Grim, you explained to the party the principle of elevators.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
as you
principal.
see, this is a box, and we're moving up to another floor instead of using our
I'm pretty
legs
sure you
to
said
go up.
descending and not ascending.
Wait, descending?
No, you are ascending.
Oh, okay.
We're going up in a tower.
You're going up to the top of the spire.
I was worried that we were gonna go to some weird basement anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys ascend for maybe a few moments before you the doors open again and emerge into a long corridor. At which point, another official, flanked by even more storm guard, approaches you.
Oh, jeez.
Why? Why?
Illiran, why?
At which point he says, "Follow me, please. The Exarch will see you in his chambers."
You should have had a plan.
What other plan did you have?
well,
Just deal with it.
we'll just
That's
tell
right.
them everything.
No, their plan.
At which point, yeah, you guys are basically led into a long chamber with a basically like a table in it, and at one end there is basically an elderly looking high elf man in blue and gold like finery, and he's sitting not quite slouched, but he's in a relaxed sort of position on this sort of throne, basically at the end of the room. And he's holding something in his hand, and he's sort of looking at the thing in his hand. And basically he's wearing a circlet, and this circlet has the same winged insignia, as well as he's got the winged insignia on his belt as well. You can see as you approach. At which point the Storm Guard all sort of like stand to attention, and the clerk basically says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Exarch Felkir. Yeah, you're filled with compulsion to kneel."
I'm gonna kneel. That's
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
happen.
You feel like
Arya
that's appropriate.
Yeah, I'm like, Arya doesn't really kneel that often, but if she's feeling like she needs to.
Yeah, this is an
Fine.
Exarch.
If I
The
start
rest
to-
of us just like look at Arya, just like, oh, do we need to?
Yeah, no, Vondal just sees her do that and goes, yeah, probably for the best, and kneels as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I'm just having a moment as I realise that when Grim kneels, it doesn't actually change his height all that much.
Yeah, he loses like 2 inches.
Wow. I can't believe you're so observant.
You've only got little legs.
Yeah. Look, still makes a difference, right?
Yeah,
It's the
for that
gesture,
matter.
yeah.
2
Yep.
inches different.
At which point, the Exarch sort of looks up at you and says, "So tell me, where does such a bizarre group of travellers come across something as important as this?"
A friend gave it to us?
There's
Can you give
me.
me any more
No
vague?
one spoke, so you know.
Yep, this is what
I was-
happens. No one speaks and then V
I
comes
was
out or
literally
something.
opening my mouth to explain. You said that.
Well,
A friend, you
We-
say?
We were recently in Silverbrook, and we helped them deal with a significant issue in their community. And as thanks, Ilaran, what's his last name?
Cyanidel.
Cyanidel gave us this insignia that it would, in hopes that it would help us out when we encountered difficult situations in the capital.
As you say the name, roll me an insight check, all of you.
Here we go. He's gonna be
Alright.
like, ooh.
Is it gonna be Daddykins?
Fuck's sake.
V.
No!
Oh my god!
Why did I have to roll a 6?
Oh no.
Why did Grim roll best?
How
You
did
rolled
this
a
happen?
15.
Grim, as
Whoa.
Arya mentions Ilaran's name, the Exarch Falkir looks at Arya with a quizzical look on his face and almost seems to flicker a smile at the corners of his mouth.
Daddykins.
It's his dad.
Maybe it is a good
Dad.
thing.
It's totally Daddykins.
And the Exarch seems to think for a few seconds and says, "Please stand and tell me what it is that your problem is."
Oh. Yeah.
We're looking to be granted a warrant to search a house in the city. There was a assassin that attacked our my companion Arya, and I gesture to Arya.
Hi.
And the body has recently disappeared. And we were told that there may be a connection with one of the workers in the mortuary. And we would like to investigate that matter.
I see.
The reason why it is such a pressing matter is because we are going to have to leave tomorrow in order to, well, destroy a artifact in an attempt to destroy an artifact we acquired in Silverbrook, which was causing, well, all or a lot of problems over there. And well, we believe this assassin is linked to that artifact. And we are hoping it can help us, well, get a better picture of what we're actually dealing with.
He nods through all of this. And like after a point, almost seems to stop paying attention and seems to be just like lost in his own thoughts.
Wow.
Oh god.
But like as you finish, he comes back to his attention and says, "Ah, yes. Well, 5 unusual adventurers, a quest of assassins and artifacts. I can see what it is that Ilaran sees in you.
Oh,
He always
God.
was a romantic.
Wow.
Wow.
Hi, Mr. Cyanidel.
Yeah, well, he's not
He's not
Sienna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not Mr. Cyanidel.
Whatever.
That's his mother's name.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Mr. I'm the boss.
Yeah, he's Mr. I'm.
You get the
probably
feeling
married
that Illiran
to
may
Mrs.
once have
Sienna.
been Illiran Ifelkir.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
dear.
No.
I can't believe full shit.
I can't believe we're meeting Daddykins. Oh!
By the way, have you met your daughter-in-law?
Probably not the best thing to bring up.
Oh,
No, not
Lord,
at all.
imagine.
Not at all. Don't do it. Let him
Jesus.
tell his father himself. When
I
he
feel like
You-
that's. I feel
You
like it's
wonder
just
why
never-
he hasn't taken Simone home to meet the family yet. This is
I mean-
why.
I'm like, well, his mom's
Yeah.
probably chill, but this guy.
His mother's dead.
What? Spoilers.
We've been through this.
Yeah.
Have you?
He basically said
Yeah.
that to you the first night.
Oh. Well then.
Anyway, right. Well. Anybody got anything to say?
Nope. He was just like, oh, I see what Illiran sees in you. Like, what do you say to that?
That's a good question. What do you say to that?
What do you say to that?
I think
actually.
I think you assume that he has more to say. That's what I'm assuming.
I mean, keeping
Well-
quiet is a perfectly legitimate.
Yeah,
I
course
mean,
of action.
Arya. I guess Arya is gonna ask, "Are you familiar with Illiran?" I was called him Cyanidil. What,
Mr. Cyanidel.
Mr. Cyanidil?
Not so much these days, it would seem.
Oh,
Oh shit!
You
son.
try. Okay, apparently this is the emotions we're getting. This is not where I expected the emotions to be coming from, but there you go. That's where the emotions are coming from. It would seem.
Our awkward son. We love him.
I love you, Illiran.
And his future wife.
Yeah.
If nobody else says anything, he continues to muse to himself and says, "This insignia used to represent quite a lot to my family. It was my father's father's.
My father's.
Yeah." And he basically holds it up to the light and says, "It was a symbol of pride for one of my family. Make it all the way to a captain." And then he seems to sort of like catch himself reminiscing and says, "Well, for bringing this to me, I could not refuse your request."
Whew. I could have ended badly.
Yeah.
It ended this way.
Yeah. You traded in a very powerful favor.
I feel like we could have used that more efficiently.
Well,
I feel like we're gonna
Probably.
need it in the future, and he's gonna be like, "Bitch, he already gave it to me."
Yep.
Anyway,
Like, but we
I
had
already
no
have
idea what we
once.
were dealing with.
true.
Yeah. And we are leaving
Yeah.
soonish, so
Well, if all goes according to plan.
according to plan.
Yeah.
Which who knows, but
He pockets the insignia and then sort of beckons the clerk to come over. Takes basically like a pen and basically like signs off on the bottom of a piece of paper and says, "Take this to whoever needs it."
Okay.
Shit.
thank you, and I bow.
He inclines his head.
I want to know more about you, but it's really impolite to ask.
I mean, would Arya care though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Luka wants to. I don't think Arya does.
Well, I meant would Arya care if it's rude? She might herself want to know.
Oh.
She did speak about it.
I don't know. I think she's pretty aware of.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is an exarch. Like, these guys are, like, as a child, these guys are lauded to you as basically, like, the smartest people in the world. They're your governors. They're, like, everybody that you look up to.
It's like the equivalent of the kings, basically.
He's not your exarch, but he is one of the exarchs.
Actually, no, it's not even like equivalent to a king. It's more like the equivalent of an emperor.
Yeah, except there's 3 of them, and they all govern as one.
I don't know.
How does one even take a leave from
Yeah, how does one leave?
one just
Wait to be dismissed.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can request your leave if you want to be polite about it.
I guess.
Oh, shit.
Well, I guess thank you for helping us with our request. If there's anything else that needs to be done, well, I guess feel free to ask.
He looks at you and like there's sort of a look at he smiles and says thank you, but his look says that was a very bold suggestion.
Look, you know, if he hires us, he's got money.
I think you're aiming a
God,
bit
Grim.
high, Grim.
Look, we did just get employed by
Fucking grim.
someone else.
I don't
We-
suppose I'm standing next to Grim.
I mean, if you want to be.
If you want to be, you can.
It's like, stop.
Well, I guess that was all. If I think we should get going. If you wouldn't mind.
He waves you off, sort of with an open hand.
Worse at political intrigue.
Oh, boy.
Let's go.
God.
Look, that's one of my issues in my backstory. It's fine.
Bit of a train wreck.
Jesus.
So yeah, that was Exarch of Elios Felkir, Exarch of the High Elves, representative to the Count of Elders, honorary Lord Commander of the
Oh my
Argent Guard.
God.
And
How many titles does he have?
Quite a
Look.
lot. He's an Exarch.
Yeah, look, that's the point of nobles. You give yourself as many titles as possible to give yourself as much power as possible.
Look, let's just go back to the concept of the elevator.
Oh,
The
yeah.
simpler times.
Yeah. That just makes me think of, like, eventually, Varys is gonna, like, try and subtly hint like that about a thing that we have now. It's in this, and we're just gonna get really confused, and it'll be like that one time someone in a D&D session tried to explain a pen to their players, and none of them could
Oh,
figure
I've
out what
seen
it
that.
was.
Oh yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Right. As you guys leave and begin walking back down the corridor, a figure steps out of one of the side
Shadows.
doors.
Oh, Christ.
And you guys almost double take for a second because it looks like Illiran in a dress.
What?
Does he have a
He has
sister?
a sister?
What?
What?
And she sees you and waits for you guys basically to walk up to you.
Is this like as we're leaving?
Yeah, as you're leaving, and
Oh.
like you're walking back towards the elevator, and she raises her hand to the guy who's basically leading you, and she says, "Just one moment. I'd like to speak with these good people."
These good folk.
Oh god, what is going on?
Oh, man.
So yeah, basically, there's basically a woman standing in front of you. She's wearing sort of like a quite an elegant looking dress. but yeah, like she looks uncannily like Illiran, apart from her hair is like ever so slightly curly, and well, she's far more feminine in her body shape. But she bears a similar sort of athletic musculature that Illiran had. And she basically says, so you are the unexpected guests. Tell me, how is Illy doing?
Illy!
Oh my god.
That's so
That's
cute.
adorable! Oh my God. I need to write a letter to Simone right now, this instant. She needs to know.
God.
know his name.
No, let Illiran tell her this. Fuck's sake.
No, this is more important.
No.
I'm gonna respond to her so she's not just standing there saying he's doing quite well for himself, I believe. At least when we last left. The situation in Silverbrook, all things considered.
She looks curiously, but she smiles and says, "It is good to hear that he is doing well."
Your brother's engaged. Well,
Shut up, Luka.
Let's not overstep the mark. They just started dating.
Yeah.
they're about to get married.
Shut up, Luka.
Yeah, she continues and says, "Society life never really suited him. Forgive me. Introductions are in order. My name is Elenia Felkir."
Elenia.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. She
Like
didn't
actually-
take her father's name or her mom's name, her father's name. What?
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 Nice.
Not all of the information on this you guys know, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, there you go.
She's very pretty.
She is pretty.
Cheers.
Yeah, I knew the spelling of that. It was close.
Yes, Elenia Felkir.
Jeez.
So I take it that you are Illyrian's sister.
She smiles and says, "Yes."
He was a very good friend to us, so I'm glad to make your acquaintance.
She smiles and does a small curtsy.
She's a curtsier.
Oh.
No.
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 She says, "So tell me, what trouble is he getting himself into these days?"
Oh,
Simone.
Girlfriend.
you know, just. Fuck off, all of you.
I'm so sorry.
For God's sake. You know, just falling off of treants.
Yeah.
Do
Look,
you
I-
actually say that part?
You know what? Yes.
She laughs, and it's quite it's like it's a genuine laugh, but it's the laugh of a person who's been taught how to laugh attractively.
Wow.
Well then.
And she says,
That's
"Yes,
a
that
typical noble lady.
does sound like Illiran."
Is he a ladies' man? Like, what is that?
What?
No, falling out of trees sounds like Illiran.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
Can't
currently
believe you did
helping...
that twice.
They took damage both times. He's currently helping to rebuild Silverbrook after a monster attack, I think.
Yeah.
She
But the-
she seems incredibly intrigued by that and says, "Ah, I'm glad he finally found some use for his skills."
Wow.
Wow.
Well, there's not much call for an outdoorsy type in the high society environment.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not an insult, merely he wasn't well suited to high society life.
his assistance certainly proved invaluable.
He did, however, never mention such a beautiful sister.
Oh,
Wow!
oh my god!
Oh,
This woman.
You.
This is not the time or the place for you to be flirting with this woman.
She is. Okay, imagine there's a league table. She is thousands of leagues above you.
Also twice your height.
And probably
Also, he's
4
into
times
that.
your age.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's not
Yeah,
an
he's
issue.
into that. That's
No,
not a
she's
problem.
probably also 4 times your age.
So?
That doesn't matter either. He's fine with that.
Fuck's sake.
She smiles politely.
This
And
is not what
says-
she was prepared for.
No, he. I expect not. He has some. What's the? I don't know how she would phrase this. It's just, he never was one to associate with the family. He and father had some differences of opinion.
Yes. Yeah, we kind of figured that one out.
Oh,
She
that's
looks
not-
at you quizzically.
Well, he didn't.
Well, the last name and stuff.
Yeah, it's just unusual to see a male elf with the last name of Cyanidel.
He did also mention.
She lowers her voice and with a smirk says, "Oh God, is he still calling himself Cyanidel?"
Don't be such a bitch about it.
Yes.
He's been doing that since he was about 100.
Oh my god.
I love this. This is so good.
He did also. He has actually mentioned in the past the
Yeah.
less than positive relations.
She looks a little bit sad and says, "Yes. Don't get me wrong, father is a good man, but he does have a tendency to become somewhat absorbed in his work, particularly since mother died."
Hmm.
Oh, I can imagine it's a demanding job. As well.
I agree, but father uses his work as a form of escapism. I shouldn't speak ill of him. He
Shouldn't be telling you like 5 perfect strangers this I'm going to.
I mean, you're not perfect strangers because you've just brought her news that her brother is still alive, which she clearly had no idea about.
Yeah, that's true. I
and is
suppose.
doing well, and we're clearly close friends with him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have given us that fucking sigil.
Yeah.
He did give us that, so.
Yeah.
You're clearly trustworthy.
In the event that we do see him again in the near future, would you like us to take a message back for you?
She looks surprised, as if she hadn't really thought of that.
Oh.
Girl.
And
I mean, he did leave is the thing, so I understand that, but...
I mean, she says, I mean, if he wants to, do miss him.
Oh.
Aww.
It
I
would be
guess you
nice to
could-
see him again.
Well, I guess you could always send a letter to Silverbrook. Should arrive if Or at least he should still be there.
She looks at you again as if the thought hadn't really crossed her mind, because now she knows where he is. She says, yes. Perhaps that is an idea.
He probably will be there for quite some time.
Yeah.
You know.
She
Luka, please.
she smiles and says, thank you, all of you, for bringing us this news. I expect Father will have brushed it off, but I'm sure deep down he is as glad as I am.
Yeah. Don't worry, he cracked a smile.
She does the genuine laugh but accented thing again. Yeah, but she says, still, I mustn't keep you.
Yes. Kind of make like a bow and
That would be advisable. She is the daughter of an Exarch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, as I bow, I'm gonna say, in Elvish, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you as well.
Okay, bye.
Okay, cool. You guys head out of the Regent Spire with your signed piece of paper.
Hooray!
I'll just struggle for a piece of paper, man.
As we step
Yeah.
outside, Vondal lets out a sigh that he's probably been holding in since we probably first stepped foot in that spire.
Yep.
Just the biggest sigh of relief he's ever given it.
She was nice.
She was nice. Her father was terrifying.
Oh, and I can also show you him now as well.
Oh my god, he looks pretty terrifying.
Shit.
Exarch Aeverelle Folkia. With all of his titles. Father to Iloran and
Many
Helena.
titles.
And you wonder why Iloran didn't want to talk about his parents.
Yeah, I
fair.
can imagine the reaction would be quite something.
Should let me also take his insignia out of my inventory before I forget.
All of a sudden, the nagging of Vondal's mother doesn't seem quite as bad. Vondal now feels deep sympathy for Iloran.
Hmm.
I know what you
level
guys.
he
My,
didn't
my
see.
mother is amazing. She's a bit weird, but you know,
Wow.
all dryads are.
Yeah. Your mother's a tad strange. My mother's extremely harsh.
Wait, your mother's only strange to people who aren't you. Your mother's just
Yeah, I
perfectly
know.
normal to you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why does your mother teleport everywhere instead of walking? Oh, that's just her. She does that.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's not weird. If you could teleport, you would teleport instead of walking, wouldn't you? Like, oh, I need to get to my
I
girlfriend.
mean, it's even
Blink. There we go.
like 5 feet. She just walks through trees.
Sorry, if you could teleport rather than walking, you would. It's so much cooler. It's like saying, would you rather run quickly or fly? You're gonna fly because it's cooler.
Anyway,
Yeah.
She also sings to flowers and walks around without any clothes on, so...
Yeah, those are the slightly weirder bits.
It's fine. It's fine.
Moving on.
Yes. You now have a signed piece of paper. I assume you take it back to the Argent Guard headquarters and...
Argent bitch face.
Oh my god, Helena.
Look, that guy was like really pissed off at us.
Also, before we move on, Luka, get back in the bin.
What? Oh.
Get
I
back
mean,
in
I
the
never
bin.
left. I never left the bin.
Close the lid.
She was just yelling from there, let's be real.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just like echoes around.
yeah.
It's just like distant screaming.
Just like really in the distance. Just kiss already.
Part of that was my fault, though. Sorry.
I just realized we don't know the exact name of the guy and his address.
No, but we can ask the person that
Yeah, we can ask the
originally told us.
detective.
We
Because we will go to the detective about it. Look,
Yeah.
warrant.
Yeah,
Or we could just go to
all you need is the warrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was more thinking we need a warrant. Don't you need like an address, like matching the warrant?
Not
We have a signed
necessarily.
piece of paper, man.
Okay.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
that's fine.
Doesn't
You
matter.
you have Exarch Evelios Efelkir's signature. You can do whatever the fuck you want right now.
Also,
Basically.
what let's bear in mind is, even if we did need an address, we go to the detective and say, "What's the address?" We've pulled our strings. Then we
That-
go
yeah,
with
that
the
too.
address. It's not exactly a long stretch. It's the
You
same
you
as-
are there, by the way. Do what you want.
Well, I guess we just knock on the door and barge in again.
Yeah,
Oh,
barge in
so
again,
bad.
bitch. Will this fucking do you for a high-end signature?
Okay. Do you
Not
want to
actually
role
saying
play me the scenario?
We knock on the door.
Okay. He again says, "Enter."
Who is holding the signature? I guess I would. Hey, Kelariis accepted it.
I think Kelariis
Yeah.
accepted it. Yeah. So
So, Kelariis,
Cool,
you
yeah,
have
so I've got the thing.
he says, "I'm surprised to see you back so soon."
Well, Kelariis, could you present?
Yes, and I
it. Would
pull
you be
out
honest?
our beautiful warrant that the beautiful signature that we have, and say, does this suffice for permission from the higher ups? There's a
Wow.
little bit of
Wow.
sass there. Let
He-
me say.
he
I was
So
gonna
much
say.
sass. So much sass.
Just a little bit though.
He looks at the signature and says, bring me the warrant."
Yeah, that's right, bitch.
Fucking hell, we really don't like this guy, do we?
He made this unnecessarily complicated, so.
See, the thing is, there's like somebody who shot at our party is walking out there, and we're getting stopped by stupid rules.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, we could have just broken the rules, but you know.
No.
No,
because-
Vondal wouldn't have.
No, we
I
couldn't.
know.
You have a lawful good member of the party.
Four
I
out
know.
of four out of
Come on.
5 of you could have broken the rules. One of them might have complained about it.
We could just
One of them
around,
is
it's
definitely
okay.
complaining about it and is standing in the way of the door saying, "No, go fuck yourselves."
Wow.
Well, we didn't have the address. The detective didn't.
Yeah,
want
that
to
was
give
the only issue, really. But
Well, we
anyway.
could have gotten his name. Okay.
The detective is also law.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So.
Should have stolen his notebook. Anyway.
No.
No.
Let's
well,
get the detective so he can be like, address please.
Yeah.
I just bless.
Address plus.
Yep.
Also name.
For sake of brevity, you go to the detective, you get the warrant, take it back, you get it signed.
What
And,
time is it right now?
Summertime.
Wow.
It's probably beginning, like, the sun is probably, like, just beginning to dip below the horizon.
Also, I'm pretty sure it was stated that it was spring, not summer.
Yep.
It's almost summer. It's very near
Yeah.
summer. Basically, in fact, in a couple of days it will be summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
Oh,
still
no.
not summer.
My
That's
flowers
still
are already
spring.
pretty much gone by now.
mm,
My flowers!
But I have very nice, vibrant green hair. Vibrant green, leafy hair.
Yeah, your hair is probably beginning to change as well. Like, it's probably just on the cusp.
I wonder if people in the party are just like, what?
Vondal
We just
kinda
stopped
cool.
questioning it.
I feel like we
Vondal
just
doesn't
roll
even ask
with-
questions. He just thinks it's kind of cool.
like it's a plant. It
Yeah.
does what it
It's a
does.
plant.
I mean, that is grim in a nutshell, really, isn't it? That is very blunt.
Anyway,
Right.
let us move on.
What are you doing with this warrant?
Okay, well, I'm assuming the detective's coming with us if we're going to search the place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then we go
Oh.
to the place and we search it.
Cool.
Kick down the door. Don't
Yeah.
actually kick down the door, that was a
We're
joke.
going to knock on the door and say we have a warrant to search this property. We're going to search the fucking property. Thank you very much.
I'd
The
say
good cop,
first-
bad cop relationship shows itself.
How did we get along in a court case? Oh, wait, yeah, because I had no idea what I was doing.
We're a good balance
Yeah.
in a court case.
Yeah, the person who knew what they were doing versus the person who didn't.
Anyway,
You arrive at this this address in the lower district.
knock knock.
No answer at the door.
Motherfucker.
I checked the door is locked.
Yes.
This is where I wish I had the knock spell.
We kick down the door. I'm
Knock
just
it
kidding.
down.
Don't.
Now
actually
can we
down
kick the door down?
I mean,
I
can
knock
we?
louder.
Do we have to?
Knock louder.
Again, nothing.
I assume this uses key.
I turned to the detective. Assuming he knows what it is we're actually allowed to do with this warrant, given that he is the guy who probably uses these more often than us.
Wouldn't you know? As like a
I
lot.
don't know. Would I know?
No, you're not that kind of
Okay.
officer.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
train
an elf.
soldiers.
Yeah, I'm also not an elf, so I'm going to turn to the detective because he probably knows what we can and can't do in this situation.
I guess we have to go and find who's got a key.
Oh my god.
Should we just ask the neighbors? Like, if we show them the warrant, they should cooperate.
They won't have a key though.
Like, some
Yeah.
people give their neighbors the key.
Mm.
Yeah,
Amiibo,
guess.
Imperial Police.
Is there anything on the outside of the house that looks like a key could be hidden?
Yeah, is there a doormat?
Also that.
A doormat outside.
Sure, roll me investigation checks.
I'm going to look for a doormat and I'm going to look for the keys under the doormat.
Investigation.
Oh, damn it, there's no
Oh,
doormat.
it's
Oh, for
really bad,
fuck's sake.
guys.
Oh no! What?
Are we sure I don't have advantage? Because I know precisely what I'm looking for, which is a doormat.
These are rolls!
Why are we doing so arse?
It's like our pre-session, session 0 all over again.
Jeez.
But a little less deadly.
Eventually, a tiefling jumps out from underneath the tree and
Whacks you in the-
half the party.
Hands you a key and then disappears.
What? What just happened?
Anyway,
Two of us are dead and someone has a key. What?
No, you guys look around, like, there's not really much around, so you just sort of, look around in the dust. Kelariis lifts up a cat.
Why?
The key is not under the cat.
That's what you get. That's what you get for rolling a 4. Apparently.
Kelariis face.
I mean, we don't know what Kelariis was hiding underneath Nugget. Maybe that's where Kelariis hid her keys.
I don't know what I'd have keys to.
I don't think you own anything that would require keys.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you own anything.
That's where you hide your sword polish.
anyway, we need to get into this house, dudes.
Yes.
He's getting slightly impatient because we went through like the entire city to get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Now we still can't get in.
Those of you who are not bureaucratically minded are bored out of your skulls.
Let's think. What?
Can I turn to
kind-
the detective and be like, what if we don't find a key?
Could we?
What if we just pick the fucking lock?
Or could you use like, how you nowadays have like the credit card trick that sometimes works?
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
You want to find a stick?
No, like I
These
could
locks-
use one of
The
my
credit-
war
the credit
daggers.
card trick. The credit card trick does not work on doors like these because the locks it works on are very specific and modern.
Yeah.
Grim attempts to explain the concept of an ideal that he has for this thing called a credit card, but all of you get bored about halfway through.
Keep your nervous shit out of our conversation. We're trying to find a key here.
It's like coins, except it uses magnets.
And you keep your money in a bank account, and it takes money directly from your bank account to pay people.
Can I look in the windows of the,
Oh, wait, that's
of
debit.
the house?
Yes.
That's debit. Sorry, guys. I gave you misinformation on how banking works.
Fuck
Yeah,
me.
I'm doing so.
I'm rolling perception. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You peer through the window. The curtains seem the curtains aren't drawn, but basically like it's kind of hard to see inside because it's dark. You can basically like see a bunch of furniture and stuff, and it looks like somebody lives here, but it looks like somebody was like sort of in the middle of something and they've stopped doing it and they've not come back to it.
Can we post Grim through the window?
Oh my
Is
god.
he small enough?
Don't think so.
It's not that kind of window.
No,
Oh,
God
wait
damn
a
it.
second. Can I see inside there?
Yes.
Can I Misty step in there?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my
Can I
god!
do that? Unlock the door?
Genius!
this is amazing.
Oh my god.
Rob
Dragon
is in
waifu
there
just
this whole time,
teleports
probably.
inside. Fucking hell.
Teleporting dragons.
Fuck yeah.
Teleporting dragons, bitch.
Okay, Kelariis, you focus your attention and you will yourself to the other side of the wall, and
Awesome.
Seen Kelariis do
Dude,
this?
those of you who are outside, Kelariis closes her eyes, whispers to herself, and then just like disappears.
Do we not see her inside?
Yeah, if you look inside, but to the
I was already looking inside, so I'm gonna be like, oh!
there's two killer. Oh wait, where's Kelariis gone?
Oh, I guess that's all.
Don't I know what Misty Step is, though? I have Misty Step.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You do too.
only if you see Kelariis, you know what she's done. But to actually do it, she just goes. Boop.
I popped out of existence. Great.
Kelariis, you're now inside.
Awesome. Before I go and unlock the door, do I see anything? Like immediately as I do this?
Basically, it looks like somebody's like somebody was like eating a meal of some sort, and it's basically just been like left.
Hmm.
Is it breakfast, dinner, lunch?
Yeah, like what kind of food is...
It's
How much do you know about elven food?
I mean, probably nothing.
it's a cooked meal.
Hmm.
Probably lunch then.
Okay, well, I'll go and unlock the door. I mean, it was more of like, does anything look dangerous? Like, if I step forward, will something just destroy me kind of idea.
Roll me a perception check.
But... Oh boy.
No, it just looks like the inside of a regular house.
Okay, well,
If that
I'll
was-
go and unlock the door for everybody.
Cool.
I really... come on, if there was ever a prime time for the double natural 20 on perception, it was then. A tiefling girl jumps out from under the table and casts Burning Hands.
No!
Please God, why?
Not again.
Yeah, no, you open the door.
Sweet.
The detective regards you with a look and says, "That's a neat trick."
I love how everyone in this fucking world calls magic a trick, and I'm like, bitch, can you just like?
Can I say in Elvish, but we're quite full of surprises. And then just head on inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I shrug and give a small smile at his remark, but don't really say anything. So yeah.
Cool. You guys are now
Inside
inside the
the
house. Yeah. The house appears to be completely empty.
Hmm.
Oh god, not this music again.
Oh boy. Is it just like a single room house, or are there other?
There's the bit that you teleported into is a single room building with like it's got like a kitchen and a living space. There does appear to be a small room in the back. It's a little bit similar to Indy's place, where there's like an open living area with a kitchen, and then there's like a small back room which presumably has a bed in it.
Okay. I'd like to go to the small back room.
Cool.
And see if that door is unlocked.
Yeah, there's no lock on the bedroom door, so you sort of you push it open, and yeah, basically there's a small bedroom. There's just like a small wash area.
Do I see anything unusual?
Do you see anything unusual? That is a good question. Roll me a perception check. I refresh.
All
Roll
right.
20.
Oh my god.
The 12s!
The
The exact
12s,
roll.
three in a row. The next person to roll perception has to get a 12.
Cool. Right.
That'd be hilarious.
Again, this place looks like it's been sort of left in a hurry. Like the bed isn't made. There's like somebody's been like washing in the sink or something, and it's like it's not cleaned away. And yeah, long story short, it like the place looks like it's been vacated pretty quickly.
Are there still belongings left, or is it just, or have those been taken? From
Yeah,
what I can see?
like as far as you can tell, like you open up a drawer and there's still like clothes and things in.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I might need to move my laptop downstairs now. So.
Okay. Yeah, we could take a small break.
Oh my god.
The plot thickens.
It does, right? Yeah, we'll be back after the short break.